course, most of you watching this video already know that this is the improvisational choreography video that we are doing for the troupe, the Prairie Belly Dancers. This video can be used by other troops for future use as long as there is permission to use this video. So this particular video has a certain outline so that if there's certain parts you want to practice, you can cue up the video to that point. And I have it written out and I'm going to show you that now. Okay, this is our outline. First we're going to go over tribal formations featuring My Little Ponies. And we are going to go over traditional tribal formations first. And then we're going to do troop-specific things that we have developed on our own for our own troop. And then I'm going to go over all the shimmy family moves in the order that it's on the belly dance language sheets that you will be getting. And then I'm going to do what I call a dance-along with all the shimmy moves with music. So if you want to cue it up to just that point and actually dance along with me at home, then that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to do the same thing for the pivot bump family, the Egyptian family, the Arabic family, and we also have the Gwazi family of moves that I will do as well. And then at the very end, I will try and piece all the moves that I've gone over together in one song so that you can dance along with the cues and such. So we will begin with the tribal formations. Okay, featuring My Little Ponies. This is Mother Goddess Pony, and she's our audience today. This is our background drop for the My Little Ponies. These are the ponies already set up in staggered formation. Staggered formation is the standard American tribal style formation. This front left person to the audience, as you know, is the lead dancer, gives the cues for the entire group. And everybody lines up. This first line is in a diagonal back a little bit so that everyone can see what the lead dancer is doing. Everyone behind is in rows, and they're also staggered so that the audience can see every person this way now. Okay, for a turn rotation, when this lead dancer decides they don't want to be the lead anymore, they go for 4 beats, they turn to face the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when these other little ponies see that the lead dancer is turning, they also turn, okay? And I'm not going to turn all of them for you, because you know what happens. For the next 4 beats, the lead dancer stays, and the rest of the group continues to turn. And when they turn and they see that they're facing the lead dancer, then they know she's cueing a turn rotation. What happens for the next 8 counts, since we have a large group, is everybody takes the next 8 counts, always in the shimmy move, opening up into a large circle so that we can go into a grapevine circle. Now, the grapevine is the right foot crosses over the left foot steps, right crosses behind, and then left foot steps. So that's the basic right, left, right, left. The very first step of the grapevine circle will be so the grapevine looks like front, step, behind, step, and then you repeat it as the group moves in the circle. Now in the very first step of the grapevine circle, it's going to be big step, and then you're going to take slower paced steps like this, okay? So that it's visually interesting for the audience. Okay, so we got our ponies in the grapevine. When somebody decides they want to be in the lead spot, when they get up to this area, by body language, they will turn to the front and everyone will see that body language, and then everyone will fall into a staggered formation. Nice and neat, like we always do, right? Okay, so that's the regular standard formation. The only other thing I want to, or staggered formation, the only other thing I want to mention is that when you do initiate a turn rotation, you can do the 4 basic moves, either the shimmy, the pivot bump, the Arabic, or the Egyptian. Now the shimmy and the Arabic and the pivot bump will all rotate into this direction, which is the counterclockwise direction. If you're using the Egyptian to initiate a turn rotation, you want to go the opposite direction. You want to go clockwise, because we don't want people to think we're cueing the Egyptian half turn. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 going this way. Maybe I should get the pony with less crazy hair. 1, 2, 3, 4 going this way, and then hold for 4. And that will initiate the turn rotation. Okay, now we're looking at the chorus line formation, where we have a chorus line of dancers back here, and we have a showcase group of dancers here, It can be anywhere from 1 person to 4 people. 4 people is probably the max for this, okay? In the back here, we're kind of like in an openish, it's not quite a U shape, it's more like a crescent shape, okay? So we have these people back here dancing. This left front person in this chorus line is the lead for all these ponies. They can either do the shimmy, the Egyptian, Arabic pivot bump, even the Arabic hip twist, or the Turkish shimmy, but something that's kind of subtle that's not going to distract from this group right here, okay? So these two right here are in their own little world, and this person is the lead for this little group. So they can initiate turn rotations, and they can switch spots. Now when you initiate a turn rotation, it's the same as usual, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, and now they're facing each other. When we're in this chorus line, there's no need to back up for 8 counts to make a big grapevine circle because there's only 2 people. So that 8 counts where we usually shimmy and back up, nix it, forget about it. Just go right into turn rotation. And of course, since there's a small group, you will just kind of read each other's body language and what's going on. Now when these people are up here and they are done dancing, what they can do is they can fade back into the chorus line, and everybody makes room for those dancers. And then the eager ponies, as you know they are, jump out because they want to dance. And then this group of pony can do their own turn rotations and do their fancy work, and then when they're done, they can fade. And that is the chorus line. Now we're going to do group or troop-specific formations. So this isn't necessarily something that Fat Chance Belly Dance is doing. This is something that Prairie and belly dancers are doing. This is the grapevine circle. Yeah, they're almost all facing the right direction. So when you're in the grapevine circle, something that we've come up with is, say Sam here decides she wants to jump in the middle of the circle and show off because she's got that beautiful skirt, right? She can do that. But what we need to remember is we cannot stop this grapevine circle until Sam decides she's done in the center, I will not say showing off, and comes out like this. At that point, someone can then take the lead. But we don't want to break that circle up until the middle is gone. 2 people can also jump out there at the same time. They can do individual things, they can dance together, they can do whatever. It's improv, right? So once they jump out, then everyone can go into the staggered formation. The other thing, and we're going to call that the turn rotation center showcase. The other thing that we have come up with for our troupe is called a solo call. And what that is when someone like Meagan, as an example, so that I don't embarrass Sam completely, is if I decide I really want to be showcased, I can go, and everybody, that's the trail call, everybody just immediately backs up into a U shape, a very formed U, okay? Because what they're going to do is really form a circle to show off that person that wants to do a solo. And when they're done doing their solo, they have 2 options. They can repeat the trill. That means they're done. Everyone can come forward and form a staggered formation. Or the second option they have is no trill. They just back up into the chorus line. And then now we're going to do a chorus line formation. So 2 other people may come forward. Okay, so that's 2 options. The other thing to keep in mind is that if you're doing a grapevine circle and there is somebody already in the center, it is okay to make the solo call trill, even though there's someone in the center, but try not to steal all their thunder. Let them dance a little bit because they did want to show off in the center a little bit. Let them have their fun. If they're not out yet, you can always do your solo call, but it would be respectful to wait. So I believe we have one more called the Big Bang, and let me set up for that. Okay, we are going to do the Big Bang, which is something you do when you want to really mix the group up and just kind of blah, make everybody go every which direction. It's kind of tricky, so I'll show you with the ponies, but it's going to take practice in troupe to do. Okay, when this lead dancer starts doing the turn rotation, they do hey ya, and they start turning, and everybody else starts turning. But when you turn and you're in this group, what you need to do is start looking over your shoulder immediately, because you're going to be backing up a little bit and you want to find a partner. Now this is just going to be kind of a messy deal. It doesn't have to be an organized, facing each other, blah, blah, blah. But you're looking over your shoulder, finding a partner. Maybe you get some sort of eye contact thing that, you know, you guys are going to partner up. Okay, I'm only going to do this with 2 ponies. These 2 will be in the front, actually, and these 2 will be here. Okay, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8. On count 1 through 4, you walk to your partner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now you're at your partner. Now you want to get in the pivot bump position, which means your left arm is up. So you take your left arms and they meet up in the sky. And your right arm, or your left arm, I can't think, your right arm is out like a normal pivot bump. And then what you do is you pivot bump with each other around the next 4 beats, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you do that for another 8 beats. And then after that, woo, everybody spins off. Pony extravaganza! You have 2 8-count sets to spin, do whatever you want that's fancy, and get into stagger formation. And because we do it this way, everybody should be crazy all over the place, completely different position. And that's how we get all mixed up and everybody has a new place. Okay, we're going to move on to the shimmy family moves.